Hey guys, it's Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and Itsuema has a brand new pattern called Dutch Tulips. It's super cute, it looks complicated, but it's definitely not. So I'm gonna walk you through how you make a block. So the first step is just super simple piecing. Just assemble 2 fabric C rectangles and a fabric G rectangle. That's it. To make your flower unit, we're gonna be using 2 different fabrics from the same color family. On your fabric I, K, and J squares, you're going to, on the back, using a Creative Grids ruler and a friction pin, just draw a line from corner to corner. We're using a friction pin because that will disappear with heat later. You're going to take your fabric I square and put it right sides together with the unit we made previously. I'm going to pin twice. And from there, I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch on either side of the drawn line, and it's going to look like this. Then we're going to cut on the drawn line, and we're going to go press. Now we're going to press. Just set your seam, and then press towards your pink. And we're ready to move to the next step. Now we're going to continue building our tulip. For the rest of this, we're going to be using the corner square method, which is different than before. First, you're going to take your fabric K square and place it this direction, and you're going to see your tulip form. This time, you're going to stitch directly on your line, not on the side. So stitch directly on your line, trim a 1/4 inch away, and discard your extra fabric, and your unit's gonna look like this. Then you're gonna do the same thing with your fabric J square. Put it on the bottom right, stitch directly on the line, trim a 1/4 inch away, press, and it's almost done. Now we're going to take our fabric B squares, draw on the other side like we did previously, put on each unit, on each corner. Again, you're going to stitch directly on the line, trim a 1/4 inch away, and here's your tulip unit. And you can see how beautiful it comes out. If you mark correctly and just stitch directly on those lines, it's just going to come out beautifully, and you haven't even worked with bias edges. To make your stem unit, you're just going to assemble 2 fabric A rectangles and a fabric L rectangle. Now let's move to our applique. So this is my favorite part of making this block. We're using our Impressions orange peel templates. We're using the 3-inch size. You're going to take your green fabric and a piece of Heat and Bond Light, and you're going to fuse those together. When you do that, you're going to use a medium heat and no steam. When it's all attached, use a 3-inch template, and I just like to use a pencil because it's just a fine pencil. And then I'm going to cut. I'm going to use really long, nice, sharp scissors. And this is how your template's going to look when you cut it. So you want it to be nice. I just go really slow. And by using that long blade, I'm not getting bumps. Now I'm going to peel back the Heat and Bond, just the paper side. You just want to make sure the sticky is still there, because sometimes when I peel it, they both want to come off. So our pattern has a placement guide, and you're just going to place your green on your placement guide. Then you're going to put 1 leaf in place. Then go to your iron and press it down. And now we're going to go to the sewing machine, and using a matching thread, we're going to use a blanket stitch and blanket stitch all the way around. On our first leaf, I'm going to show you how I do a blanket stitch. I'm going to be using an edge foot so that I stay right on the edge, and I've moved my needle slightly to the left. I'm also, when I start, I'm going to start here, not on the edge, so I get a better result. So I'm just going to put my needle down, and we're just going to do a blanket stitch. And I just slightly rotate as I go. Now when I get to the edge, I'm just going to watch my stitches and try to rotate. Now when I rotate, I've got my needle down. I'm just going to rotate to my other side. And you can see you can go really fast with this edge foot and it stays perfect. And I only really have to slow down when I go to my corner. Now I'm just going to try to go right up to where I previously started. So now I'm just going to do a simple applique stitch, and it's not going to show up as much, so you can see just two versions of applique. To put together your block, you're just going to put together your tulip and your stem with a 1/4-inch seam, and your block is wonderful. We hope you try this It's So Emma pattern and all of the other It's So Emma patterns available at Fat Quarter Shop. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.